Hi everyone, my name is Artem Arakcheev, and today I want to show you how we can create a HyperAgent, commercial HyperAgent for the HyperAgency Agentic AI operating system. So the HyperAgency can replace brittle automations with long-lived systems that remember, adapt, and act on behalf of the organizations. As enterprises embed AI deeper into daily operations, they encounter fragmentation, context loss, and human micromanagement. HyperAgency introduces a new operational layer, coordinated agency. It enables organizations to design, govern, and evolve autonomous agents as persistent systems, not scripts, not prompts or tools. This unlocks compounding intelligence, operational leverage, and scalable autonomy while keeping humans firmly in controls. So you see the presentation slide, and this slide was actually made by a HyperAgent, by Agentic AI. It was generated. Agentic AI actually generated the whole presentation, not just one slide. You see, it generated many slides here, and I want to show you how I did it. I created a map, agentic map. It's like an agentic workflow. The first I started with content of the slide. So I have a content of every slide, like for example this one, the reality enterprises face today, right? It's the first slide. The slide I show you was an executive slide summary. So you saw it was generated. Then I input all the slides to the notes. I got 15 slides. And two additional slides, executive summary and key strategic takeaway for enterprise leaders. So I input them, then I created the whole context, is all the slides all together, and then I wrote prompts here. So the first I generated I created a prompt that I explained to the chat GPT that it will work as a professional designer and a product manager, and I asked this agent to actually design the slide, and I provided the context. So I got the design written in the text. The design that it produced had like a description of the slide and some SVG content. Then I output this with the help of the storage agent. I output this to the file. Like I said, I used the key value storage. So I set a variable, then I saved it to the file. The file was available at the URL, and at the end I used the prompt to actually generate the actual slide. It generated me SVG, and then I displayed it here. So if you like to see it, this is how the slide actually displayed. It's basically a markdown format. So I embed the URL of the SVG file to the markdown, and this is like markdown node. This is the actual slide you can see, and it basically we have a slide deck mode in the it's a presentation mode in the HyperAgency map. So we can go to the first slide, second slide, third slide, All right, so we can move to the from one slide to another. So this was the presentation design was created agentically. You see, it has text, it has visual, it has consistent design. It produced like 17 slides in total. And now I want to show you how we can turn it this HyperAgent, this map, to the commercial HyperAgent, and it can be deployed to the package registry, and then it can be sold or purchased by some users who also want to use this HyperAgent to generate a design for their own like product presentations or any other kind of presentations. All right, so we showed you all the slide deck. With the help of HyperAgency, you can monetize your HyperAgents if you create something like this. Then you can monetize them. You can basically save this, create a package, and then you can upload package to the package registry. This is hyac.org is a package registry. Some packages are free with open source license, and some packages has a proprietary license and the purchase required via HyperAgency platform. Today I will show you how you can create these commercial packages. You can set a price for those packages, and any person could purchase this package. You will receive the price of the package minus the fees, some percentage that we take for to support the HyperAgency infrastructure, for maintenance, for operations. Let's go and show you how we can turn this agentic workflow to actual commercial HyperAgent. So this what we got here is an analog of Gemma app, but it's like it was created just in a few hours, and I have a special video already recorded, uploaded to YouTube about how I created the whole process. If you're interested about how to create those agentic workflows with HyperAgency, feel free to watch it. So to create a commercial HyperAgent, we go to the documentation for HyperAgency and we open the commercial HyperAgent document. So you can monetize your agentic creations and join the new AI economy. The HyperAgency marketplace empowers developers to create, sell, and distribute commercial HyperAgents alongside free and open source packages. This marketplace is a financial agent of agentic AI economy, allowing creators to earn revenue while users gain access to high-value automation. You can sell once and scale infinitely. Empower users with high-value automation powered by your agents, bridges, and maps. So the approach is that HyperAgency uses secure key-based workflow to protect commercial package content while keeping installation fast, frictionless for buyers. The seller generates a symmetric key. We will show it. Store the key in vault, then encrypt the package, declare the metadata in package JSON. Here is example of the metadata. The HyperAgency uses package JSON package format similar to Node.js, to NPM JS. And the buyer workflow, so buyer requests the package, the platform downloads the package for it, platform identifies the seller, payment is getting processed, and then it decrypts the package securely and installs the package. It's possible to rotate the keys and revoke the keys. There is effects of rotation described in the documentation, how to rotate. And then let's go and start creating this HyperAgent. You know, you have a reference here. For example, you can see how we created Hello Market package. It's very simple package, but you know, it's commercial package. Let's do something like this. The first what we do is we go and create a directory. We already have some commercial packages here. We will create another one. We will call it presentation designer. Presentation designer, the same name as we use for the presentation designer map. All right. Now we go and create the new package with help of npm. Git repository, let me see. I think this is a repository. All right. We see the package JSON was generated. Now we just update the license here. And I think we better start with the a very minimal version like 001. Now we also need to add the H9y section, so that will be that will be information about there will be like information about the price. It will cost one HyperAg. HyperAg token is used on this platform. Now I go and check the my address. Let me see. Here is my address. Yeah, presentation designer key. Now I will need a vault. So the address is actually address of the wallet. The vault key is the key that is stored in the vault of my account. I will show you how to add it. And the price of the package is one HyperAg. It's paid one time upon installing the package. Alright, so now I will need to add the presentation key to the vault. Designer key. Alright, I will save it. I will need to generate a value for this key, so let's generate it like this. Presentation. I better copy it from here. Presentation designer key. Alright, and now I go and see this file.env, and I get the value. And I set it in the vault to just give you sense how the key look like. It will be an example. It's not the actual key. The key will look like this. I will not show you my actual key. I will just set it. Give me a minute for now. Alright, and now I go to get my actual key. We care about the security, so that's why we just I do not show you my screen. I just go and copy this key to the vault. Alright, I'm copying right now. Submit. And now I'm ready to show my screen again. So if we go and see here, you see I added a new presentation key here. It's stored in the vault. I just copied the value that was generated in the terminal, and now it is stored here. So the actual values is stored here. So this will be needed to create the commercial packages. In the free packages there is no such a thing as a key, and they do not need to be encrypted. Only the commercial HyperAgents needs to be encrypted. So for now we go and create the readme file similar to this one, vim readme md. All right, here we see we write the presentation designer. The presentation designer commercial package for HyperAgency Agentic operating system. Presentation designer. This is a link. We use the protocol presentation designer. All right, and now we go and see the package JSON. So we just copy this description from the package JSON. All right, I have a readme file. I have package JSON, and now I go and create the package structure. Here is a description. We need to create HyperAgent, then we need to create maps. We also need to create agents. Let's check it. We have a package structure here. All right, we have here we can have a package JSON, readme file, license file. Let's create the license file too, and then we also can have HyperAgents, maps, and bridges. We will not create bridge. We will only create like 3 agents and one map. It will be our HyperAgent consisting of 1 map and 3 agents. Let's create the license file. License. All right, and then we go and save our map first. Here we have a presentation designer. All right, This is a whole map. Let's store it in JSON format. Commercial. Presentation designer, Hayag. You always should have created Hayag, and then inside maps, and then you just save it like this. All right, and then we also go and save our agents from the Hive. Alright, we use a GPT-5, GPT-4o mini and storage agent. Let's save all of them. Download agents, storage agent. Then we save the download. We download the GPT-4o mini, and then we download the GPT-5. Alright, we use all the three agents. Now let's check that our directory has the right structure. We see the map here, it's presentation designer. Let's see what's inside. And this is just the JSON. It's about 9,500 lines. So any agentic workflow can be saved as a JSON. Then we see agents. We see GPT-4o mini, GPT-5. Let's see the GPT-5 agent, for example. This is very small file, like 37 lines. Storage also like 40 lines. GPT-4o mini. Also like 37 lines. And now I think we are ready to encrypt the package. All right, we already saved all the files of agents. One HyperAgent consists of several maps, agents and bridges. That's why we call it HyperAgent, because it's a built of other agents. HyperAgent is built of other agents. Now we create the documentation file for the presentation designer. We just copy another MD. All right. right, so it's an internal documentation for presentation designer. Here is like how to generate the asymmetric key. We already did it. Then we copy the presentation designer key. It's not commercial key, it's just key. Or we maybe name it commercial key. All right, let's name it a commercial key. Oh no, let's just use just key. We will not use commercial. Just key, as we already did. Presentation designer, and then we presentation designer sh. So now we will create a script with similar content like this one, and it will encrypt our package. We will replace the hello market with the presentation designer. Presentation designer. And here we have a presentation designer key. And now we go and encrypt our package with the script. Let's see what's happening in the script. What's happening in this script? We remove all the distributive directory, then we copy our source code directory with JSONs and readmes that we wrote and package JSON to the distributive directory. Then we compress this directory with help of tar. The file will be called tar like hayak.tar.gz. It's made of the hayak directory. Then we import environment variables because we use the presentation designer key saved there. And then we use OpenSSL command to encrypt the file hayak.tar.gz that we compressed from the directory, and then we will eliminate unencrypted content from the presentation designer distributive directory, and that's it basically. Let's chmod it, set permissions to execute. All right, now we can see presentation designer. We run it. And what we got here is a presentation designer dist directory. Let's go there. All right. Here we see we don't have the hayak directory anymore, but we have a hayak.tar.gz.enc file that contains an encrypted hayak.tar.gz file made of the hayak directory. And now we go and publish the package. Here kind of the documentation explains everything in more detail. It also says how you can decrypt the encrypted file back, and then we go and publish to hayak.org. and we publish it. All right, I think it said published. Let's check the hayak.org, refresh it. All right, and now we see the presentation designer here. Yes, here it is. It's version 001, no dependencies, version 001, and here is our README. Since we created the presentation designer map, let's go and try to install it. But before we install it, I rename the presentation designer file to the arig file so that we can see that the new map gets installed. Let's rename this to the arig. Arig means original. All right. Save it. All right. We renamed it. Now we're going to save it. Save the map. Now we can see that we don't have any other map named presentation designer. Yeah, here is another version of it that I used before, but now we go and try to install our package. Here is installed HyperAgency, but I don't have the presentation designer in the list, so to install it we use the let's try to install it locally. Oops, yeah, let's just type it here, right? Presentation designer, search. We search for it and we buy it. Confirm the purchase, but because I'm the author of the package, I will not need to transfer one hayak to anywhere. Only people who, because this is my wallet, I don't need to pay for what I created, so I just go and install. But if it would be someone else who created this package with their wallet, then I would need to pay from my wallet to purchase. All right. And now we see that the presentation designer got installed. So we go and see. Alright, something went wrong here because we don't see any maps or agents in the Hive installed here. So let's try to understand what's wrong. Whether packages do have those agents installed, and we don't. So let's check that we have hayag.agents.maps. Alright, it didn't decrypt the package. So why it didn't decrypt the package? Because we don't know. We see that we minted one purchase license here. But we don't know why we didn't decrypt the package. Maybe here we see provider routines, bad decrypt, failed to decrypt package. Here is the actual error decrypting. Oh, I said bad decrypt. Alright, let's ask ChatGPT what does this mean? What does the error mean? GPT-5. Let's ask GPT-5 what does this mean? I didn't ask actual question. What does this error mean? Let's Let's ask GPT-4 or Mini at the same time. I'll make it markdown for readability. Incorrect key or a most common cause of decryption file using wrong key or initialization vector. If the encrypted file has been modified or corrupted, it could lead to decryption error. Wrong algorithm, padding issues. And what the ChatGPT 5 say it as: wrong key password, cipher, missing and corrected house, misdecoded, corrupted, truncated, given you log, still shows .env listens, so the steps likely contained and listed the directory contents. Alright, markdown. Bash. Better code. Right. Yeah, the file wasn't decrypted, so let's check that we use the right key. Vim presentation designer, it's most likely the key issue, so we'll check that we use the same key everywhere. Presentation designer, and here presentation designer. Presentation designer. Alright. And here we use also the presentation designer key. Presentation designer.sh. Is it the same key? Just to compare it with something else, like MetaAgent, for example. Commercial key, stack source.env. Now I'm going to see the vault. Vault presentation designer key. Is it the same thing? Pattern not found. Very interesting. How about here? It seems like it was the same. Now I'm going to turn off the screen and see the value, if it is correct value here. Okay, I get it. I understood what's the problem, because we should not store the .env. Alright, I got it. I fixed it. The problem was to store the the key value in the right place. It is written in the documentation where it should be stored. So basically let me show you. The key shouldn't be stored here, rem.env, inside the presentation designer, and it should be stored in the level up in this file, in the parent directory of the presentation designer, and then we can encrypt it the right way. But I updated the file, presentation designer. Now I'm going to update the version. We are going to do the 002 version. And now we will upload it again. Let's create another distribution, distributive dir, and then we go to dist, and we will publish it again. Alright, now we get the updated version published. Alright, where it is. hyag.org. We need hyag.org. Alright, here is the presentation designer, and the version is 002. So we got updated we published a new version. Then we go and install it. So here we uninstall because we need to install the newer version. Uninstall this, install it again. Alright, it was already installed, but because it didn't decrypt it, it didn't actually install it. Let's install it again. Install. Now it says now it says we have one map here and 3 agents. So this is how it should be. Let's go and check it in the map. Presentation designer. Here is, you see, we have like original file, and now we have installed this presentation designer. Here is like what it is. Now it actually got installed. Alright, here we see the slides. You may not see the slides because you don't have those SVG files in your in your files in this data. If you go and see in the data, you see all the files, so you will not have those SVG files in your account. But if you go and run this presentation, like you click run the map and you go and regenerate all the presentation, then this HyperAgent actually generates those SVG files. You will see those files in your data here in the file system, and then you can see actually all the presentation slides. And then the good news is that you can populate this inputs these nodes with your actual files, any content you like your own presentation. You can generate this also with the help of agents, the content of the slides, and then after you run this map, you get the SVG design of all the files of all the presentation slides, and you will see this presentation here. You can show it to someone. And another thing that I want to show you is a wallet. In wallet we see here we have a purchase license. It's a token called HyperAgent. We have only one of it. It has index 8, and you see the URI for this is a presentation designer. So HyperAgent is actually NFT, like non-fungible token, that actually confirms that you purchased the this HyperAgent called presentation designer. So I didn't pay for it, but if someone who would like to purchase it, it could go, and then it will pay. So the amount of HyperAgent will be decreased for the price of the presentation designer HyperAgent. So will be -1, like 4.009 it will be, and the author of the package will receive the 1 HyperAgent token minus the purchase commission for this. Currently there is no commission, so when you run it like right now, before we added the commission, it will be, you will receive the whole HyperAgent. You will receive like 1 HyperAgent, or any price you see, you will receive the 100%. But at some point we will add some commission. It will be like some small percentage. I know, maybe like 1%, maybe 3%, maybe 5-10%. I don't know, probably something like 3. But we will consider it. The smaller the better, of course. And then here you can deploy all the agents, like all the agents that are installed can be deployed by this button. And then if you go to the Hive, you can see those agents. You see I have like them installed twice because I had them before and I installed them again, but I don't need that many. And if, for example, I go and uninstall it, then it will remove all the installed agents. Like I can undeploy them, and then I can uninstall the presentation designer like this. All right, and if I go and see the Hive, now I only have original agents, and I currently I will not have the presentation designer in the list. All right, I don't have the presentation designer, or only original version. So this is basically how to create the commercial HyperAgent on the HyperAgency Agentic AI operating system. It has a Web3 marketplace. It's possible to purchase the HyperAgent tokens to buy some HyperAgents or sell the HyperAgents. And then feel free to go and check the documentation. It has more information about the purchase licenses, the purchase transactions, because the purchase transaction will be displayed in the list of your transactions, and then package security. And let's finish with the conclusion. You can build, publish, and earn. And welcome to the agentic economy. The commercial HyperAgent model transforms HyperAgency into the living ecosystem, a place where developers can package intelligence, distribute automations, and monetize real value. By combining secure encryption, seamless purchasing, and NFT-based licensing, HyperAgency empowers creators to build sustainable agentic businesses. This marketplace is more than just a store. This is the foundation of a new economic layer built on autonomous, interoperable AI. As a developer, you are not just shipping the code, you are shipping the future of how humans and agents collaborate. start creating commercial HyperAgents today and become part of the next evolution of the intelligent automation. So thanks so much. My name is Artem Arakcheev. I was happy to provide you this information about creating the commercial hyper agents and about the presentation designer hyper agent that I created for you. You can watch the more videos about the HyperAgency. You can read the docs and feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Have a nice day or night or morning or evening. So thank you so much, and enjoy HyperAgency. Thank you.